Hey, Sooner football fans. This is your Sooner football fans podcast. You got Terry, Rob, and Caleb, and we've been waiting almost since we started this podcast to open a show like this. Horns down, Rob.
Horns down, Terry.
Horns down, Caleb.
Horns down.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
It's Beat Texas week. If y'all don't understand why we did that, was because that was initially going to be our, instead of Boomer, it was going to be Horns down. And
Horns
we thought,
down.
And we thought, yeah, but, you know, we don't play Texas every week, so let's just save it for that 1 week.
And it was a good one.
And it was a good one. So, once again, wherever you're listening to the podcast, hit your subscribe, follow, so you'll be able to listen to us anytime. And go to www.tailgateconnect.com to get linked with tailgates all over the country. Caleb, you're gracing us with your presence again.
Yeah.
What have we done to earn this honor?
It's this Sunday. Nothing's going on, so.
Nothing's going. Okay, Sooner Nation would beg to differ. Baker Mayfield is winning his first NFL
Of course he
start
is.
right
We've
now.
been saying it all year. If you just start Baker, they'll win.
And there you go. Chubb's in.
I mean, it don't hurt to have Nick Chubb in the backfield and Callaway out on the end. I mean, they got some guys that can really play in Cleveland. I don't understand.
We got all those first-round picks. When you lose all the time, that's what happens.
That's right.
They've got 12 years of first-round picks.
Well, they better start winning, I think, as long as they leave Baker in there. Do you think Tyrod's going to start when he comes back, or is he
No,
back?
he's done.
If they're smart, they should try to trade him for something.
Or trade Baylor. I mean, Baker.
I don't think Tyrod's worth much. Do you?
No,
No.
I mean, he's look at 49ers. They need a quarterback. A lot of teams, but he's better than most other quarterbacks
I
out there.
don't know about that.
Well, 49ers, Jimmy G got hurt towards
Well,
ACL.
Yeah.
They got Iowa quarterback right now. That's how bad they are right now. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tyrod Taylor is better than Iowa quarterback.
Might be.
Oh, well, the Sooners beat down the Baylor Bears 66-33. The game was never even close from the moment of kickoff.
Just want y'all to know you owe it all to me.
I mean, do you agree with? I mean,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It was just an ass kicking from the clock starting.
I think that it's one of those things that Sooner fans want to see, and that is control.
Yeah,
We controlled it from the first snap to the last.
yeah. Caleb.
I'm just happy Austin Kendall's our quarterback, honestly. you can just see a night and day difference between him and Kyler Murray. It's just,
Well,
it's
he only
crazy.
played one series. Really, I mean,
he throws off
Did
his
he-
back foot. Just didn't play good. I mean, it's just.
Did you play all three?
I'm not a big Austin Kendall guy. I don't know why. I just never. It's just me though. But
so what do y'all think about that? That he was late for a
I wasn't
team meeting.
A big fan of it, honestly.
I heard Lincoln's excuse. Did you hear it?
He said he's late to meet. He's late to practice on Friday.
So they have a team meeting on Friday morning.
Yeah,
And no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are late to that meeting,
you don't start.
you don't start.
Well, hey,
So
but did you know how, Rob? You may not, but you know how it was released, don't you?
yeah,
His mom.
Austin
Kendall's mom.
I'm sure he
Now,
was happy about that.
Yeah, but in her defense, okay.
It's her son's first start.
Yeah, I mean, if Caleb was sitting here and he calls me up and says, "Dad, I'm starting quarterback this week," Kyler's suspended, or he's he can't start. I'm gonna start the game. I would probably tweet out.
Yeah, but do you think that they went to Austin and said, "Hey, listen, you need to tell your mother"?
Yeah,
And you think that he had that conversation with his mom?
I'm sure he did, but still, I mean, I get it. I mean, I
He doing it.
understand.
He told his mom. His mom just gonna
Yeah.
tweet that out next time.
Yeah, just
It might be the only
mom.
time she tweets it ever. So I mean, you gotta do it when you can, I guess. I think I know why I don't like it. It's because of Ohio State thing. That's why I don't like him. He did that basic defense against Ohio State, got them all pumped up, and then they came in there and whooped their ass. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't like him. Probably it's that one statement.
So, Caleb, you said that you were worried about stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a bad problem to have. And I think it's only going. I mean, it's a good problem to have. I mean, and I think it's only going to matter if we get to the playoffs. I'm just worried that our offense is just home runs. That's all we can score because all of our touchdowns were like 20-yard plus touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think it's a good team. Like I'm more worried about just not having huge plays to score all of our touchdowns. That's just a little worry. Like I said, it's a good problem to have. I don't think it'll matter until we get to the playoffs, but it's still like.
But I
get worried about that.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, most of them were like they weren't designed to be big plays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
I don't see that as a problem.
the Marquise Brown, the Marquise Brown
defense on the field again, the whole game
Yeah.
again. Like a team like Alabama, like I don't know if we'll get those plays, those big plays like that. Like that's how we rely to score right now. Like I said, it's a good problem to have. I think it's just I just want to see us take a ball down the field and just shove it down their throats. Take 5 minutes off the clock instead of 2 plays
and 62 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
But I think you make a good point there, Caleb, is that if we play against an Alabama and stuff, those plays like the wide receiver screen to Marquise Brown, instead of going for 60 yards, it's going to go for 8-9 yards.
Yeah, they'll go catch
You know, I mean,
I don't know about that.
maybe not him, but that CD Lamb touchdown, that one probably got caught. Like Hollywood Brown, he gets in space too.
Yeah, but I mean, the one where Creed Humphrey just demolishes the corner that comes up on that screen. It is. Did you see it, Rob?
Nah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he just demolished him. He sat on,
and he sat on him. He raised up and he's sitting on.
Hey, you can't hold it against a man for sitting on somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, but I get what you're saying, but I think against in certain plays, well, and even the big run by Sermon with the face mask. At the end, that one maybe only go for 20. You know what I mean? I see. I don't think
it won't matter until like we get to the playoffs.
Right.
I'm just worried like we get to playoffs, like if all of our touchdowns are like off of huge home run touchdowns, it's not like I said, our defense played 91 snaps again this week. Like I mean, they've been out there a lot the last 2 weeks. I mean, that's what I'm worried about. It's just we're going to get them too tired.
Did you like how the defense played?
I thought they played pretty good.
I thought they played.
Sustained a pass rush.
Yeah,
and an impressive one at that.
And they tackled. There were no big plays.
Tackled, and people were covered.
Yeah,
I mean it's.
Baylor made some plays. They have some good talented receivers.
Sure they
do.
That
one guy from Tennessee that transferred. That guy is a freak. And
Jalen Hurd.
Yeah. So I thought they did a good job. Like they scored 33 points, but the last 10 points were in the fourth quarter in garbage time. So
well, see, again, when you're down around fans a lot, and I listen as much as I engage and talk, and I listen to people talk.
That's probably not a good thing.
Well, it's just. And it's a lot for the podcast too, because I'm standing underneath the tunnel, underneath the stadium afterwards, and we left when it was 55 to 26. We went back out to the
most
tailgate.
People start leaving,
and but I heard these guys going, these guys they're getting throwing those little dink and duck, 6-yard passes, getting 6 yards at a time. I'm like, okay, last year those 6-yard passes were going for
our plays are breaking off
30-yard pass because nobody was tackling. 2 weeks ago, you're complaining that our defensive backs can't tackle. Now they're getting a 6-yard pass, and the defense is converging and making the tackle, making the stop.
What would they say if every tackle was in the backfield and every pass is broken up? I mean,
I don't know. And there's folks sitting around us again, and I hear, and Teresa engaged a couple of them when was talking. She was just, she was courteous and stuff. But these guys were sitting here. We are literally, it is 16. They have scored 16 points. And it was, I think at that point in time, it was like 35-16. The game was done. I mean, it was halfway through the third quarter, something like that.
We were handling them.
We were beating them down, and they're like, this defense, man, I cannot believe they're just giving this stuff up. I'm like, there's 16 points on the board for crying out loud, guys. Come on. I don't get it. I mean, and I think a lot of it is probably several years of hatred towards Mike. And the defense being bad.
Well, and to some degree, they're just unrealistic fans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unrealistic.
Yeah. I mean, unlike us who are completely...
Absolutely sane.
saying you guys should listen to our opinions because they're the ones that count. But you're never, and walking around the tailgates and stuff, you just hear... people were upset that it ended up, 66-33, that they ended up scoring 33. Okay, 30. The 33rd point did not matter.
They kicked a field goal down that much. Like, why would you kick a field goal? Like, this made no sense. Like, they just. I think the coach had some money on the game or something. He knew the spread or something. That's why he's kicking a field goal. I think it was like 30. Something.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 26.
It was around there. So,
it was 30, 31, something like that, I think.
It was around that area. It's just like,
Well, but did you like what Mike Stoops said after the game about them passing? They kept throwing the ball. The game was done.
All right.
And he was like, well, if and then people were talking about they were because they were just hammering them with blitzes in the fourth quarter.
I love the blitzes, by the way.
Yeah.
That makes me happy when we blitz, because every time we blitz,
Hey,
something
we
good
almost
happens.
broke that quarterback in half.
Caleb Kelly did.
Oh, my gosh.
He looked pretty
I was
angry out
watching that.
there.
I was like, oh, I could feel that one.
But, I love what Mike said. He goes, if you're going to keep throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, we're going to keep blitzing you.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen that type of attitude, not even from Mike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mike was always having to defend why we did this and why we did that. And now he's just point blank saying, if you're going to keep throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, and especially when the game is, not in question anymore, he just told you, I'm going to come at you with, guns a-blazing.
And we're going to run it up, too. I mean, we'll keep
Yeah.
At least I hope we do.
Yeah. So,
They need to concede the putt, and then, we'll let them pick it up.
Look over, your question to Lincoln 2 weeks ago.
You ever just give him a wink on the other side? Like,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Did you know Rob's question to him was, when you got a team so out schemed and there's nothing they can do to stop you, do you ever just look across the field and give them a little wink?
Kind of like the water boy kind of.
I would kind of do that, I think. But that's probably why Lincoln Riley's the coach and I'm not.
Yeah. But
I'm sure he probably does.
yeah, I mean,
He just doesn't want to say that.
yeah. Well, actually, I think his answer goes, I don't really know how to answer that. But, you wonder if coaches will look across at each other when it's like that. And Lincoln gives him a look of, are you going to keep doing this? If you're going to keep doing this, we're going to keep calling we're going to keep sending the dogs.
He almost got his quarterback hurt.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
you would think that they would.
Weren't they in a QB battle too? Like once, I guess they're saying at the end of the game, like they're going to switch off possessions. Like I guess I got played good enough.
Yeah.
They didn't do that, but I don't know. I thought it was just a good game all around. It was very fun to watch. So unlike last week, was just nonstop stress. Got to enjoy the game this week. So
that may be the biggest hit we put on a quarterback, and since I can't remember.
Yeah.
Good thing they're in the NFL either. Be a flag.
Oh yeah, a flag and
suspended for 6 games and having to go through
Well, that
psychiatric
Clemson guy
treatment.
killed the dude. At
prison
the end of
your
the game.
family.
Yeah.
At the Syracuse game, that Clemson guy killed the guy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But somebody's knocking at the podcast palace door. It's probably a grandchild.
Hey, yeah, come on. You're going to hear from them later on, too.
Yeah. But let's look at some stats real quick. First off, Kyler Murray, 17 of 21. I could have swore he threw the ball 800 times in this game.
Seemed like it, didn't it?
I know.
Every time he threw it, it's like a touchdown pretty much, though. So, I mean.
432 yards and
Passing.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's passing.
Yes.
Good God.
Now I will say that I was a little disappointed in our run game.
Really?
Yep.
We couldn't
The
really run the
stats-
ball until
the-
the stats don't show. We can't run the ball until fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's what part of my worry too. Is like we can't.
But I
It's all
think
home run plays.
But I think, again, a lot of our pass plays, just like when Baker was here and with Lincoln, a lot of our pass plays are run plays. You know what I mean? They're dink it out there into the flat, boom, boom, boom. It's a running play.
Yeah.
I just want. It's like I said. I like scoring touchdowns, so it's not a bad thing. That's just when playing against better teams who can beat us up a little bit or match up with us talent wise. That just makes me a little nervous that our defense might get worn out real bad in a big game like that.
I think some of the running plays that only went for 1 or 2 yards. If it's Rodney Anderson goes for 6, 7, 8, or he breaks one. You know,
this time last year, Rodney Anderson was a guy that could tell me he came on the field. I was angry because he wasn't really good until Kansas State week after Texas. So we might not have our best running back yet. It might just break out at the last at the end of the year.
Well, let's see. Kennedy Brooks had
100 yards,
8 carries for 107 yards. Okay, this is 13.4 average. That's ridiculous. Kyler Murray, 10 for 45, 4.5 yard average. Trey Sermon, 8 of 19, but he got the one called back, didn't he? The face mask? No, it wasn't called back.
Catch. That was a catch.
That's right. That was a catch. See, that's what I'm talking about. Pledger, 2 for 4. Austin Kendall had 1 for 4.
So Kennedy Brooks had a lot more carries than Pledger this week. I wonder.
Well, I think that was like the end of the game. At the end of the game, they was trying to he was out there with Austin Kendall at the end of the game. So I mean, Like one of them was just like a huge run. He ran for a touchdown.
Did you see that huge rush? I mean, it didn't look like he was actually sprinting.
Yeah.
It looked like he was just kind of taking it easy, and he was still pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Marquise Brown, 5 catches for 132 yards, 2 TDs. Now, the one catch that he made in the flat and turned it up the field, did anybody else in the world notice that he outran the entire Baylor defense?
He outran the wind. Okay.
They had people running with him, and he ended up 20 yards behind them.
Oh, that's just amazing speed.
And we were sitting there in the and everybody around us was like, that dude is so fast.
Yeah.
Because it was stupid how fast he got out of there.
Yes, it was. It was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. When he was going, and you could tell that he was like, "I got this," so he just kind of put it in, and he was still faster than everybody.
Still faster than everybody. CeeDee Lamb, 3 catches for 101 yards,
Yeah, 3 catches.
one TD, but the one catch that he one-handed catch should count as 8, right?
That was pretty good.
I mean, Lee Morris had 3 for 61.
I'm also on T. Morris over Calcaterra now. I like him over Calcaterra.
Calcaterra
He drops the ball.
He had brick hands.
I mean,
he had
Morris,
brick hands.
all
He did catch one nice one in the end zone, though.
Yeah, he didn't. The one catch he did.
That's
have.
those crazy over the head catches, but I just like Morris better right now. Right now, that could change.
And I'll tell you what, the one kid we talked about him, the one that Beamer got, Braden Willis, freshman, had the big catch for 29 yards. Big boy. I think he's gonna be something.
You didn't think he might actually start Morris over Calcaterra maybe
He might.
next game? He's played well enough to start over him.
I don't know, but I think Carson Meyer is also an option, right?
Yeah. So, let's see. How many tackles did we have? Kenneth Murray.
Murray had another like 18 or something.
And he had 9 assists. Curtis Bolton had 6 with 10 assisted tackles. Trey Brown had 6.
Drop pick 6 too, but still good. Still good coverage.
Caleb Kelly had 3 tackles.
I think that was all in the fourth quarter too.
Yeah. So.
Well, Buzzy went out at halftime, right?
I don't know. He
Who?
came back. No, he came back out there. He came back out.
Oh, he
I
did?
guess. Yeah.
But no, I mean, and then again, you look at Baylor's stats here, which it really doesn't. What were stupid thing. I'm messing with the computer guy. So, let's see. I'm trying to find the total stats. Can't find it.
I think Kalmar had more yards by himself than the whole Baylor team. At one point, he did in the fourth quarter.
So there's a play I want to bring up that you guys may have seen or may have not seen. I don't know. Did they call that holding? Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah, we have the Browns game on, guys. So
I don't know how to get first down.
Terrible. But do you know the play I'm talking about while you're looking up your stat? So Hollywood came in motion, lined up in the backfield, and then was a option, a read option play.
Yes.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look and Jason, the Brainiac just went blank. He drew that play, that fourth down against Army. That was a bad read on Kyler, because if you look, that was that play.
That's the same play?
It was a basically a triple option. Give. And
the times that he's able to give that to Hollywood Brown going around the end, man,
it should just be a called play like that. You know what I mean?
They'll probably do it against Texas. They've been teasing it. I'm sure they might actually do it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me get to the full stats, because all I'm pulling up right now is the individual stats. So y'all talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking it up.
Trying to think what else happened yesterday. The game. Special teams played decent, I guess. No missed field goals or missed kicks. It's always good.
We're talking special teams, really?
I mean, it's part of the game, isn't it? I mean, we lost as the Rose Bowl, wasn't it? Special teams.
Yeah.
No swip kicks. That's always nice to see.
So I think since we're having running back issues, and I don't think I don't want to start that where we're having running back issues, but
Could be more offensive line issues
we don't have a running back right now that's just, oh my gosh, look at that guy. But if we start giving Hollywood Brown that read option, that could be nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could embarrass quite a few people.
Well, and if everybody bites on that, then you got Kyler running wild and free on the other side. So
I think it helps a lot having Kyler kind of as a running. He was probably our best running back, which I think that's kind of a good problem I have. I would say because he's fastest and he's shifty out in the field. So I mean, that helps a lot that we have a quarterback like that can take off and for a touchdown any play. Again, once that broke that one off, he stepped out of bounds, just barely. He'll have been gone.
Yep.
And one thing I've noticed about him is his motions aren't jerky when he's running.
Smooth.
He just kind of weaves his way in and out of the defenders. And I'm surprised he didn't get a flag for taunting on that one play where he kind of stopped like.
And he was like
kind of skipping out of bounds.
I
was like, ooh, that was pretty close to.
Yeah, it's like I'm so fast I can just skip out of bounds here, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a.
But it also helps that he can pull back and throw a 70-yard bomb.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, the defenses that come up against us, they've really got they got a game plan against it all.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a nice problem for us to have.
Because you can't,
fall asleep on play, we're gone.
If you load the box up to stop the run.
Well, no one's worried about our running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a plain and simple fact. No one's worried about our running backs. So, it's a ball game on 30 seconds on the clock. I can't believe that.
Well, I mean, the Browns did get screwed with that sack fumble that they blew down. That was terrible.
Cheap.
Anyway, so yeah, but I think the running back thing gets work its way out because I said this time last year, what's his name? Ronnie Anderson wasn't Ronnie Anderson yet. I'm more worried about offensive line. I'd be like to get a big push. Ben Powers on how bad his injury is. Like Lincoln Riley sat their game. He wasn't even close to playing today, so he might be out this week against Texas. He's our captain, so I mean that can hurt a lot.
Sure.
A team like Texas. So I mean, we'll see. I mean offensive line though. I think the offensive line and running game comes hand in hand together. So,
yeah, I think maybe the offensive line isn't quite as good as we thought it was going to be. I think they're missing Zeus a little bit, and I
think they're missing
who's the other guy?
Ren missing Ren more than anyone else.
Yeah,
because he was just the leadership. He knew all the reads. Like he's not as talented maybe as what's that Creed Humphreys, but he just knew everything about it. He was smart with everything, reading. So I mean, yeah,
Creed Humphreys is just a freaking.
He's a man, but he makes a lot of mistakes. So
yeah,
that
he does.
They're gonna get that corrected. He's gonna play in the NFL.
He's gonna play.
No doubt about that.
He's talented enough to do a lot of stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, finally found the stat page here on my little tablet. Oklahoma had 432 yards passing, 175 yards rushing. So. Not bad, over 600 yards, right? Mm-hmm. If my new math is right.
Yeah, but we only had like 50 yards rushing late in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
McComber was a leading rusher for a while. Again.
Yeah, but again, I think that's a stat that's overblown with our offense. I still think our offense is more of we're going to dink it out there, and they consider that a running play.
Yeah, I do too. But how did you guys feel about because you got obviously you got to watch the game. So when we were out there, I mean, we gave the ball. There weren't holes to run in, or I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, did Baylor set up to stop the run? Because Mary, you and I talked about this, and we thought that Baylor might just try and make Kyler Murray beat them throwing the ball.
I think
they were their game plan was to put pressure on Kyler Murray the whole game, so they kind of were going after, trying to do it with blitz a lot that game because they wanted to get after Kyler Murray. Like that was their game. That's why we got a lot of 1-on-1s on the outsides for us to break a tackle. We're gone.
So all I really got to see was highlights. So I couldn't really tell how they were set up. Were they just really trying to stuff the run or
Yeah, I mean
because that makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean I think their plan was, and which I think it's maybe the best plan is okay. Well, let's if he's got a weakness, I think a lot of people think that maybe Kyler's weakness is passing. So
Yeah. I think they found out.
it's not. But
The opposite may be true on that.
again, I think that a lot of these plays, like what we were talking about earlier, is that are designed for 8 and 9 yard plays, maybe a 10-yard play, are getting busted wide open because of the athletes we have at those positions.
Mm-hmm.
They're even Kyler said it at the end of the game. He says, all I got to do is get the ball to them. They do the rest.
All right.
I mean, it's ridiculous. How good these guys are when they get the ball, and whether it's a running back, whether it's and maybe it's a downsize or a fault of Lincoln. He doesn't want, I think he's okay with our running game getting 3 and 4 yards at a pop, but that's not what he wants. He wants it to be, a little bit more dynamic, and that's what it is extremely dynamic.
Well, as long as the defense has to respect the run and they can't just lay out in coverage, because that's a setup for failure for any quarterback.
They always have to, because even if they set up coverage, Kyle Murray would take off for 15 yards and run those. So they always have to. They can't just line up for a pass, because that's how good Kyle Murray is. You can't do that against him. Because even on passing situations, they have to have at least 2 guys there to spy him.
Sure. And I like it that Trey Sermon can be thrown the ball,
right,
and he can be effective when he gets it.
Yeah.
For some reason, going through the tackles, he just doesn't seem that all effective.
I think he's trying to pick his holes, pick and choose where he's going instead of just reacting. So, nobody touched that guy, did they?
I don't know. These referees in this game. Oh God, we're talking about the Browns right now, but still.
Down. Yeah, we got the Browns game on.
Yeah, it's going overtime.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's kind of pick your poison. If you try and stop the run, Kyler Murray's still going to run on you, and he's going to throw on you.
Yeah.
If they lay back in coverage, then we are going to have and I think that probably that's going to be the case with anyone. I mean, maybe not Alabama, but everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, let's look at let's get off the Baylor game a little bit and look at the rest of everybody. First off, Clemson should have lost. Mm-hmm. I know that's a deal, but Clemson's not that good. I don't think it's nearly as good as what everybody was thinking they were going to be.
There was one team that separated itself this week.
Yeah.
Everybody else came back to the pack.
Yeah. Of course, Oklahoma, we dropped again in the AP poll, but you notice where we didn't drop at, the coaches poll, and people say, well, the coaches really don't pay attention to it. No, the coaches believe until you get beat, you don't drop in the polls.
Yeah.
So wherever they had you last week, they don't need to watch the game. You won the game. You're going to stay where you're at. Mm-hmm. I don't know if, we thought that Penn State was overrated. I still think they are a little bit overrated.
That was you guys thought that.
Well, okay, me and Rob. But so I don't know if they were, and
well, they should have won that game. They dominated that game in the first half. Like they were in the red zone the whole entire first half. They only got they can miss a couple field goals. They only kick field goals, and then that's what happens. You let teams like Ohio State hang around, they're going to make you pay for it. So
Notre Dame moved ahead of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which that just I don't.
They'd be a top 10 team. That's why.
No.
Some guy was lipping off on Twitter, and Blinken destroyed him today. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Well, anytime anybody lips off on Twitter and Blinken sees it, do what?
Notre Dame's probably going to be now because the rest of our schedule is just nothing unless they just get hugely upsetted.
No, that's
which I hope
a possibility.
so, but still, they should win every game by double digits the rest of their.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying, but that was like the last good game they have on their schedule.
So here's the deal: if they go undefeated, Notre Dame was an automatic bid, correct?
They could. I'm not sure. I mean, knowing it's an automatic bid.
Well, they don't jump any SEC team, but they likely will jump any other conference team.
See, they would have to jump if it came down to like it was last year, 2 SEC teams getting in. They would have to bump an SEC team. You can't.
Well, yeah.
You can't go. They've got a loss, and you've got a no loss Oklahoma, a no loss Notre Dame, a no loss Alabama.
It's gonna hurt them to do it though, like, especially if it's Bama loses to Georgia.
It's
gonna hurt.
I mean, that's what they're going to want to do.
Yeah.
They would take a one-loss Georgia if that one loss was to Alabama.
It'd be hard. It's not gonna work itself out. The teams are gonna. We saw yesterday. Ohio State show lost. Clemson show lost. OU like squeaked away from Armies. I mean, we see good teams could lose to bad teams. So I mean, it happens.
It does happen,
It's
but
college
Notre
football.
Dame's schedule from here on out,
It is really easy.
Yeah.
they're skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But if strength of schedule matters, then like everybody says, it depends on who you play. Even the board, the committee says that it matters who you play. Then Notre Dame's out. They shouldn't be in because they're playing nobodies from now on.
yeah.
Will they not play USC?
They do, but USC is terrible.
Yeah.
This year,
Well, they could.
So yeah, what's going to happen though when they get to the end of the year? They're going to go, oh look, USC's a good team, and,
Stanford and
yeah. I mean that's what's going to happen.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you get to that this year too.
and they
Texas
did beat
this year.
Michigan too.
They beat Michigan.
Yeah.
They squeaked by yesterday against Northwestern too.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean,
Got a lot of football left. I mean, the first playoff rankings haven't come out yet, so
yeah, and the AP really doesn't matter. Doesn't mean anything.
they'll change their whole philosophy as soon as the college ranking comes out. Like
Yeah.
last year, they had like Clemson number 5. That first rankings came out, they're number 1. Then what happened next week? AP put Clemson number 1.
Yeah.
They just follow the leader pretty much.
But
Wow.
but in my opinion, the people who know and people that I like and respect personally, I mean, watching everything, Joel Klatt and Herb Street both have Oklahoma in their top 5.
Oh yeah.
yeah, both of them top 4, I think.
Yeah, both of them at 4, and I think that's about right. I mean, I don't know that we're the number 1 team in the country.
I think 2 through 6 is pretty.
Yeah,
even.
you can roll your dice and say,
Yeah. So my oldest son Casey called me today, and I think he asked a question that pretty much every Sooner fan is thinking: is how did Notre Dame jump us? Because we blew out the team we were supposed to blow out. I mean,
Yeah.
we did what we were supposed to do, and we did it convincingly. And they beat a ranked team, but it was close, and yada yada yada. Well, I mean, put yourself in LSU or somebody's shoes. Who you've beat 2 top 10 teams, you should be jumping
You
people.
should be jumping people.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Because when it comes right down to it, at the end of the year, there's not going to be 7 or 8 undefeated teams.
Right,
just
there's not.
Yeah, it'll work itself out. It always does. This time of year, everyone freaks out. Like, what's going to happen? It's going to be chaos. And next thing you know, someone loses. They shouldn't lose to. So, I mean, college football is one sport you guys can't rely on because they're college kids. So, I mean, something always crazy always happens. That's why it's the best sport to watch.
Your quarterback may sleep in on a Friday and not get to
Good.
start
Or you
the.
start,
Hey.
or you start a freshman and then a guy transferred and then a freshman gets hurt in the game. So, I mean,
So there's more to that. If they miss, like if he had missed the whole meeting and it was an out-of-town game, he doesn't get to travel.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's a pretty big rule.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you get your clock set right on that deal. But
and I like it. I mean, because it doesn't matter who you are. The precedence has been set, and he said, "Hey, you're not going to start." And what's the idiot's name from ESPN?
Galloway.
Galloway. You hear what he said?
no.
That he didn't get to start, and when he came into the game, there were 13 minutes. That means when you get penalized in Oklahoma, it's not very harsh.
Yeah.
What now? Wait, what?
When he came in, there was only a minute went off the play clock, but just a couple of minutes. There was 13 minutes when Kyler came in. Joey Galloway said, it just shows you that Oklahoma, when you do something wrong, the penalty's not that much, or you don't get penalized that much.
Well, he's lucky we're on the air.
Yeah.
I would say though, it does like if someone actually does something wrong though, they got to start at least like an hour and a half now at least, or at least a quarter now. Like it's like a CD gets caught with public intox, you can't send him out one because he's saying that's
but
that's equal to. That's why I was a little. That's why I didn't like about it because now you print that precedent that you gotta be harsher now with penalties.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if Kyler Murray, was in trouble for public intox, then he should sit out
Like
a
a Baker
half.
situation kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you're late for a meeting and everybody knows that the rule, if you're late for the team meeting, you don't start the next game. It doesn't matter how many plays. It didn't say you don't play for 12 plays. It says you don't start.
Yeah.
And if that means, there's an 8-minute drive, you don't play for 8 minutes. Look at Baker last year when Kyler
2 plays.
2 plays.
This was 4 plays, so he doubled it this time.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not it's not the offindee's fault, that Oklahoma's good enough that, when you get penalized for something that it's only 3 or 4 plays.
Well, he just needs to keep his trap shut.
Yeah.
Because Lincoln's doing a pretty good job coaching the team, and he doesn't need help from Galloway.
A guy who thought Baylor was going to win the
right.
And
Stupid.
I think that's one thing that we need to, at least I do, or I feel like I need to, is Baylor is better than what Baylor was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Baylor was 0 when we played them.
I was impressed with that quarterback.
Not very good. This team had won 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
3 games.
He had some receivers drop some balls, or they had a little better game against us, but I thought they did okay. I mean, we just didn't give them anything.
Yeah, and Oklahoma went out there and just manhandled them.
Yeah, we did.
So, which brings us to our next topic: horns down.
Horns down.
Horns down.
Biggest game in 10 years between these two.
Yeah, game day and Fox game day is going to be there.
Do you kind of want to be in the crowd?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't because I hate crowds.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they're going to put them across the way from each other and
that'd be funny.
They won't do that. They'll keep them separate from each other. Bob Stoops is going to be on the Fox one.
Yeah, Bob Stoops is going to be on the Fox. So,
well, ESPN hates the Big 12, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
they love Texas though.
I think
Big 12 love Texas.
I think it would be awesome if game day was on. What is that big where they normally set it up at? Where they call
right
it?
in front of the State Fair.
Right in front of the stadium, whatever it is.
Next to Big Tex.
Yeah, next to if they have them on one side and Fox on the other and just let it go, that would be so cool.
Hey, you remember that year that Big Tex caught on fire?
Yeah. Where were you at, Rob?
Nowhere around Big Tex.
You're going to see this. I mean, I can already tell you that Howard's going to pick Texas to win. Of course, will pick Texas to win Big 12, so he's going to pick him to win. And Herbstreit, he can't pick it because he's not calling the game.
No, he's not calling the game.
I think Herbstreit might go with OU, but
yeah. I don't care who Corso picks.
I mean, Corso, he picked to win the Big 12. He doesn't back off. Like he picked Mason Rudolph in the Heisman last year. He kept up with that until he couldn't no more.
The whole thing with Corso, the headgear stuff, they're not going to be able to recreate it or replace it when he's gone. So I think they should ride it out until he's until he can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously
it's hard to watch now.
It's a little bit hard to watch now, but I mean, I really still enjoy it.
Yeah.
When I get to watch it. Which
if nothing else, they can have him on TV from afar and go have him do it.
I mean, Herbstreit does a great job just handling him though too.
Herbstreit, nothing but respect for him.
Yeah.
I like everything Kirk Herbstreit does. And his handling of Lee Corso is top notch.
Yeah,
so
it's a respect. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
not. There's not a lot of people who would do that.
I mean, how old is he now? Because he's way up.
Yeah,
there,
well,
right?
I mean, he's the same age as Burt Reynolds.
82 of them.
Yeah, 81, 82.
That's
He
impressive.
had stroke and stuff too. That's why he's struggling. He had a stroke now. He can't talk all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
last year, he broke down on set. But thanks for not firing me right here. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
what are they going to do when he is gone, or he just can't do it anymore?
Tim Tebow.
They can't. I mean, but they can't replace the headgear thing.
No,
Oh, they won't. They'll
somebody
gimmick,
will. They'll bring somebody.
Like a
in.
jersey show off, like he'll a jersey.
I don't care what they do. It ain't going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Nope.
It's not going to be
I
as
don't think
good.
they should really try. Honestly, I don't think they should really try to do anything.
I will tell you this though, that chick that does the interviews and stuff, she is smoking. I'm not kidding.
I don't know, Rob. I don't
she's
look
like
at
7 foot tall.
Only time I watch game day really is
good
the
Lord.
picks at the end. Because I want to see who's the celebrity picker.
Oh, you don't watch it for that girl?
I don't watch game day ever.
So should I feel guilty because I
Oh,
watch
actually,
it for that
honestly,
girl?
I watch Premier League.
No,
soccer
you shouldn't
at
feel
that time,
guilty,
so, I mean,
but I'm happily married, and I don't look at other women
Right.
that way.
Right.
So.
No, right. I got that. Yeah. Well, so since I'm not, I don't mind. Just it's okay.
Yeah. Just going,
She's
dang.
all right.
What your name is, right?
What's your name is, girl?
does anyone have any concern at all for the game this
He'd
week?
shank that. This week, concerns are, I think, Texas defense.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty good.
So it's going to be the best one we've seen so far. Will we still move the ball?
I think this is the only team we'll play against that actually can match up with us talent-wise. Like head-to-head, they actually have the
agree.
same amount of talent we do.
Maybe better.
Yeah.
Maybe better.
Yeah, so I mean that's gonna be interesting to see.
Did you just say Texas had better talent than Oklahoma?
No, I said maybe.
Maybe.
It doesn't matter though. They get higher drafts.
Yeah.
They get higher ranked classes than us every year, and we still kick that booty.
Yeah.
So,
And so, what is the record?
We're still 13 games down to them, if that's what you're asking.
Well, and that, but then the last, Charlie Strong beat us once.
Maybe it's once or twice. Was it once?
No, he only beat us once.
Okay.
So they've only won once. How long was he there? 4 years?
Stupid ass Chase McCoy game. Yeah, he was there 4 years.
4 years.
That's why I thought he beat us more than once, because I thought we saved his job twice.
No.
Freaking
Well,
annoying.
if they hadn't had Vince Young that 1 year, they wouldn't have beat us that year
Yeah.
either. But
Well, I mean, he gets off a lot of teams that year.
But
he was a Cam Newton. He won a game by himself.
yeah.
Literally,
Well-
he won that game by himself.
Well, but like we've always said, this is a game you throw out the records, you throw out the talent.
Yeah.
I am happy now that Texas actually has something to lose this time now. Like, they actually have hyped up for once.
Yeah.
Not just OU going in like, OU should win. That OU's better than them. I actually like that Texas has something to lose.
Well, Terry, you and I talked about this at the beginning of this year. We need Texas to be where they are. I
Right.
mean, we really would needed them to beat Maryland.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if they
Maryland
would
would
have
be a top 10 matchup right
yeah,
now.
it would be
Right.
the game. It would be, and it already is. It's the game of the week this
It is.
week. Everybody's
It is.
is watching it, but it would have been so much better had they beat Maryland.
Had Virginia Tech not lost to Old Dominion,
Yeah,
that game day would be there.
yeah,
I promise you they would.
yeah,
Yeah, because they want to step on Fox's turf early, because they kind of have a little bit of respect for each other. Like, you don't come here, we won't go there. Keep off
Whatever.
each other or something, but still.
But and like I said, we need Texas to be good for
Especially
this.
this
We
year.
need them to be good.
Because if all these teams are this close in the final rankings, they need that straw in the hat for beating
Yeah.
Texas.
That's what's Texas ranked right now. I looked at
I don't
the.
know. And then they move up again.
Yeah, they moved up.
Yeah, they're ranked now. I can't remember.
Yeah, so it's going to be, we need to beat a ranked team because we haven't yet.
And you know what? We need to whoop them.
Yeah,
Not
That'd
just
be nice,
because I want
we
to.
haven't
but
we haven't whooped them in a while. Honestly, they've all been close games.
They've been close,
A little too
haven't
much
they?
close for my comfort, honestly.
yeah.
But man, isn't it a great feeling when we come out of there winners? I mean,
Last year, I almost had a heart attack with the oboe game. I felt like oboe at the game. All the holding calls.
you know what? They cheated us the whole game. Big cheaters down there.
Yeah.
But that's a bad pass. Anyway, this is right where we needed them to be. We needed them to be good. Once we put a whooping on them, then it's like, okay, Oklahoma's got ranked teams under their belt now.
Yeah.
And then once we put a whooping on West Virginia, who's ranked way up now.
They're number 9 now.
Yeah.
So, there's as long as we don't lose a game, we're going to be in there anyway. But this just makes it that much sweeter.
Right. And again, throw the records out, throw who you played, throw everybody else. Oklahoma has beat Texas when Oklahoma was terrible.
Oh, absolutely.
Texas has beat Oklahoma when Texas was terrible. It does not matter anything, talent, coaching, or in this game. I think this is one of the few games that is on just pure emotion and adrenaline that anybody will ever watch. Mm-hmm. And when you see those games like Oklahoma, 63-14 and stuff like that, it's because Oklahoma got that adrenaline rush going so hard and so fast.
Snowballs.
It just snowballed. And the same can happen to Oklahoma.
It could.
But I would not be surprised if it didn't end up just like it was last year, 27-21, 24-20,
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle.
65-60. I mean,
No doubt about it.
Picking this game is just
Yeah, because
there.
they're going to really play hard.
yeah.
I mean, and when I say they're, I mean everybody on the field. Just like last year, you remember Obo could barely walk off the field.
Yeah.
Well, he could. I mean, mostly because they're holding.
A
But
guy got knocked out and still came out there, kept playing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. That was still ridiculous, too. That was out dead on the sidelines. And he came out there like 2 plays later.
But the bottom line is we're Oklahoma. We don't suck. They're Texas. They do suck.
they do.
So we're going to win.
Okay.
And it is a week of
Terry's calling it right now.
yes. It's a week. Throw it all out. I'm standing on my premises. Throw it all out. We're going to win. We're Oklahoma. They're Texas. They
So,
suck. We
really
don't.
With that logic, we've already won.
Yeah, they might as well just mark it and move us forward. Don't you think, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
Come on.
let's go ahead and do the whole game
I
day
guess this
thing
is-
anyway.
Yeah.
this is one of the few teams on schedule. Actually, I circle like this is one team that actually could beat us. Like, I mean, that's the only
Yeah.
one.
That's not going to
There's
happen.
not many teams that on the schedule I think actually can beat us. This is one team that can, which
Okay.
makes it more exciting. So that's why.
Okay,
I'm
we have Lincoln Riley. They have Tom Herman, the guy who kisses his players. Yeah. Okay. Would you have liked it if your coaches came up and kissed you on the cheek, Caleb?
You did sometimes. So.
He says winning is hard. It's hard.
Well, he's not from Oklahoma, so yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying there.
What we need for him to do, because apparently when he chews them out, they play bad. Their feelings get hurt.
They need a room where they can. They need a hurt feelings room.
They need soft lights, calming music, and stuff for them. Because when Tom gets on them, they want to please him so much that they overcompensate and they make mistakes. So these are all things the guy said. I'm not making. I'm not making.
The guy is a weirdo, but
you know what? They can really pick him up there at Texas. Let me answer that for Chris. We used to make fun of that all the time.
Yeah, and now it just snowballs. But
so this guy, he's just giving us a whole lot of things to make fun of him about.
Super arrogant too. He's probably the most arrogant coaches out there.
Oh yeah, but he's getting knocked down. He's not just getting knocked down a level. He's lost to Maryland twice. If Oklahoma comes in here and thumps him again, the people are he's getting knocked off of his ladder. Tulsa should have beat him.
Yeah.
So
if Tulsa had beat him, nobody'd be talking about this game.
Oh yeah, nobody would, and it wouldn't matter. But it does matter. So that being said, we got a little surprise coming up for all of the Sooner football fans listeners. And so what we're fixing to do is we're just going to start calling random fans who've been on the podcast and others who sent us our number to be on the podcast. And they get to tell us why they hate Texas. They don't know we're calling. So this is kind of ingenious that we're doing this. So we're going to start calling folks. Sit back and enjoy. And as the week goes on, we might be calling you.
Who you calling first?
Okay. I don't know. Who you want to call Jim first? Let's do Jim first. I've got both his home phone and his cell phone. So I don't know which one it'll do. So
Lisa Crazy Legs Gillette's tweet she cracks me up, dude.
What'd she say? You do know we're recording, don't you?
Well, I'm glad you said that because I can't repeat what she said. Because Lord have mercy. No, I did not know we were recording. So yeah, okay.
So we're not going to repeat what Lisa said.
There would be a bunch of beeps in it.
There'd be. Okay, so let's try Jim. You want to try Jim? Okay, here we go. So we're going to have to talk during the while it's ringing, because it'd just be, I'm sure people don't want to listen to the phone ringing.
Hello?
Is Jim there?
Just a moment.
Okay.
Jim has a girl?
Yes.
Oh.
He has a...
Jim!
See, this is why we don't do live radio, right, Rob?
Yeah.
But this is actually pretty cool, so people aren't expecting our phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Going to see how they react. How they react to being put on the spot.
For you.
Let's see. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Here he comes. I can hear him. I think they hung up on us.
She was listening. She was like, something ain't right about this deal.
We're going to do it again. Let's see what happens.
Man, I'm just rewatching CD Lamb just run past the wind on this deal. It's embarrassing. Good Lord.
Hello?
Jim.
Hello? Hey, what's up?
You hung up on us, man. This is Terry and Rob.
I was trying to see who was calling.
Horns down,
am
Jimmy.
I set to be on or something?
No, here's what you're the number one caller on our list. We are randomly calling Sooner fans, so you're being recorded right now. Our saying now is horns.
Boomer Rob, Boomer Terry.
No, it's horns down, Jim.
Horns down.
It's horns down. So you've got some time here to tell everybody how much you hate Texas, how bad you want to beat Texas, whatever you want to happen to Texas this week. It's your platform, so go.
I hate Texas so much that I would love to see Bookie 44 just smack Eleanor right in the mouth, whatever legal way possible. But I can't stop there. I'd even see Curtis Bolton doing the same thing. And I can't stand Texas, and I live here. I wish I lived in Oklahoma, and I'm missing out on every deadgum Tuesday night barbecue with Lincoln, and hadn't even been to a freaking tailgate with Sooner football fans. So yeah, I definitely hate Texas.
Well, now we want to see Caleb Kelly step up because Caleb Kelly just put the smack
Exactly.
down.
He's the one. How funny, ironic. He's the one who made the famous statement at the beginning of the year, and he lost his starting position, but at least he doesn't, take it personally.
Yeah,
he had a nice hit
He had a good game last
yesterday.
weekend.
Yeah, that guy. You don't very often get to hit a guy in the back of his head, hit you in the butt on the way down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
So-
exactly.
So
Right.
we're calling as many people as we can, so we got to be quick. We're just running through
I got
everybody.
it.
So
I got it. Well, yeah, that's definitely, you can count me in. Horns down, all that good stuff. I feel bad I don't even have an upside-down Longhorn sticker anymore in my vehicle.
So are you going to go to the game, or are you going to go hang out at the
I'm
fair?
going to see about it. I'm going to see about it. I mean, it's possible. I just got to find tickets, but now I guess tickets are going to be a premium since Texas is back.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
again.
Ixnay, Texas is back.
I know, weren't they dead 2 weeks ago, and now they're back? That's like the cliche thing. Texas is back. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
really? It's like, is that the new cliche? Like, geez.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to put them back in their place.
Yeah, we're going to put them on their back. Is what we're going to do, right? So-
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Tom
Jim.
Harvey.
Well,
Yes,
you were number
all
one. We decided to make sure and call you first, so
I
you're the
appreciate
first
that, guys.
person to call, and we're going to keep calling folks. So horns down, Jim.
Horns down, and remember, tell all your friends to sign up for Sooner Football Fans Podcast, where you too can view all you want to say about Sooner football with Sooner Football Fans Podcast.
That's right.
Remember Sooner, horns down.
See you,
Boomer.
buddy.
Later.
See, we knew we could count on Jim to start it off with. Really good. Let's see, Rob. Who you want to call? I think I know who we need to call next because I know that she's probably sitting on the edge of her seat right now,
Think so?
getting ready to watch her Steelers play.
Ah,
You want to call Sooner Lisa?
okay.
Let's call Sooner Lisa.
She probably won't answer.
Yeah, she might not, or she may cuss us smooth out for calling right at the beginning of
Right.
the game. So we got Sooner Lisa. Let's see how this goes. La da 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 da. So Rob, what'd you think about your Cowboys this week?
Did we play?
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. She's not going to answer her phone. I bet
It doesn't look like it.
she's not going to answer her phone.
You know what? I think I'm a Browns fan now.
Oh my God!
I mean, I feel myself pulling for them.
You have reached the
See.
voicemail box of 918.
Okay, so I'm going to send her a message to answer her phone.
I mean, I'm even pulling for them. Like, I'm not just pulling for like Baker to do good. I'm pulling for the Browns to win. I'm like, well, this is weird that I'm pulling for a team that wears orange because orange makes me puke and all.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny that I'm sitting here pulling for the Browns, and I feel like they got jobbed there against the Raiders.
Yeah. No.
The refs actually took the game from them.
Yeah, that sounds like a Cowboys fan though, complaining.
Well, it happens to be really true in this one. I don't know about all the Cowboys ones, but
I'll tell you who we're going to call next. Since Sooner Lisa wouldn't answer her phone, we're calling the rabid Sooner, Tara.
Tara.
She came by the tailgate yesterday.
All right. She's probably throwing somebody in jail or
Yeah.
pistol whipping somebody.
Hello.
Tara,
Tara.
Yes.
it's Terry and Rob from the podcast Horns Down, Tara.
Hello.
Horns down. She's probably got a VPN on both of us.
Yeah. We are tonight we are randomly calling people who've been on the podcast and or that have mistakenly given us their phone numbers because
Yeah, that one's smart.
and since it's Beat Texas week and everybody hates Texas, we're letting everybody tell us why you hate
Why
Texas,
do you
what's
hate
going to happen.
Orange.
Just do your thing, Tara.
Well, of course I hate Texas number one because of their color. It's hideous.
Right.
Yes. Like Bosworth said, orange makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
I still, and it's gone on to Twitter. It's already started.
Oh yeah.
You guys get all your players from Texas. Which I still don't understand, and none of them can explain to me why that's an insult.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, why would we
why
not
they-
get our players from Texas? We border one of the largest states in America that also happens to be football obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we're going to get our players from Texas. And what does it say? That they'd rather come and leave their home
Right.
and come to Oklahoma to play football.
They'd rather put on the crimson
And
than that
they
nasty
say all that while
orange.
sitting in a stadium that is named after an Okie.
from Hollis, Oklahoma, by the way.
So how would you feel? Okay, let's just say if your son played football for Tom Herman, how would you feel about him giving your son a kiss every day when he came to practice?
What son?
By the way, she has a son.
She does have a son, but she just disowned him because we hinted that he.
Yeah.
No.
Well, here, let me just put you on speakerphone. Hold on.
Okay.
This is gonna be good.
This is Terry and Rob from the little show the little podcast
Little show. Wow.
All right.
Would you ever, under any circumstance, play football for the Texas Longhorns? No. Say it louder.
No. See, I didn't even have to post him.
He didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah, he didn't even think about it.
No.
But say now, knowing what you do for a living, you could probably help the Sooners out by. Surely there's like a precedent set somewhere that coaches aren't allowed to do that.
Yeah, it could be sexual battery.
I know, that's what I. So, it could be the case that if they're afraid to say no because they're afraid they won't get to start or play.
Yeah, and then him rubbing his nipples in public too.
I'm not sure there's ever a good reason to say
that's
that.
That's got to be some kind of lewd or outrage to public decency, something like that.
Exactly. So obviously, do you have any fear about this game this week, or?
The only thing that scares me, and it's kind of like what we were talking about when you had Paul Miliazzo and Wallace Marshall on the show.
Yeah.
That something weird, referee-wise, always happens at Texas.
Yeah.
Last year it was just the outrageous lack of calls against Texas for holding. I mean, they had Obo's jersey stretched out, 10 miles. Won't get a holding call.
It was definitely a bigger size when he went in than when he came out.
The refs don't do anything weird. I don't know. I kind of have a good feeling. I think we're in for a big win.
Well,
hallelujah.
We're going to mark that down.
Yeah.
And we got a whole lot of people we're calling because we're just randomly calling people. So we will talk to you later.
Horns down, Tara.
Horns down, Tara.
Okie dokie. Boomer Sooner, Texas Tech.
Bye.
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 What are you doing Friday, Terry?
I don't know.
You want to drive down to the Beeville Bash?
Ooh, that might be a good idea.
I mean, since we're not going to Dallas, we can go to the Beeville Bash.
Sooner Lisa was calling us.
Ah, cool.
You have reached.
Oh my God!
Oh, Sooner Lisa. So the first time I was ever asked why I hate Texas, it was at the Beeville Bash, and it was on TV.
Nope.
Did you know that?
No.
And the only thing that came to mind was I hate Texas as much as I hate mayonnaise, and I really hate mayonnaise. And the cameraman, he couldn't hold the camera still. He was laughing so hard.
Okay, let's try her back again. Let's see if she'll answer this time.
I really don't appreciate the tone in that text.
What did you send her?
So I sent her. So you both have Terry and Rob here, and you're on the podcast. So she didn't answer her phone.
Am I live?
Well, you're live recorded.
Rex, whatever.
Yeah, it's live right now. Tomorrow it won't be. But when we tried to call you, you didn't answer your phone. So I sent her a text, Rob, that said, "Answer your damn phone."
Right? If you see something that says Terry and Rob's calling, you should be like on the spot.
Yeah, pick it up and answer it for crying out loud.
She's like,
I've got
listen.
bacon though.
You got what?
I've got bacon.
Bacon. Well, what we're doing is that we're just randomly calling people who were dumb enough to give us their phone numbers. Okay.
So not only do you curse me in text, now I'm dumb.
And since it's
She totally took that in the wrong direction.
I know. I mean, we're trying to be funny, and she's like, anyway. But we're randomly calling everybody, and instead of saying, we've changed our call sign this week from, Boomer to Horns Down. So Horns Down, Lisa.
horns down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's that Bible verse about horns down? I don't.
I don't know, Rob.
I mean, I would.
What's the
ask
Bible
Rob.
verse about
Rob will know
horns?
the Bible verse. No.
Yeah, I don't think
now
it's
you have to
applicable
laugh.
here, really. No, I don't. So,
So we're just randomly calling people and recording them and asking them to tell us why they hate Texas, because there's plenty of reasons, and whatever else you want to say bad about Texas and what you think about this weekend's game. So the platform is yours, and go.
Well, first of all, that orange is the ugliest color ever on the planet Earth since it was created. Ugly.
it's worse than Oregon green.
What?
What?
Keep going.
Second of all,
Okay.
and I don't know. I'm going to be in Dallas. I'm going to be sporting Sooner red on the red side of the field. And I plan on going early. I hope the Texas fans do, because it's going to take them a long time to find parking. Because they have to have the, special ed parking
Yeah.
that they've got to find.
All right.
So, Longhorns on a short bus. That's what I like to refer to.
Window lickers. Wait, is that inappropriate? I don't know. I can never tell.
Yeah, but it's not. It's appropriate in this manner.
Okay,
So,
all right then.
any other time.
And I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried, kind of watching them. I thought, their defense looks pretty good. But they barely beat K-State.
Yeah.
They barely beat Tulsa.
So
They barely
I'm
beat
not as
Tulsa.
worried anymore. I
Yeah.
don't think they can handle our offense.
Right. And
They
remember,
might be holding something back. They might be.
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think
But
so.
from what I've seen, I don't think they're going to be able to handle our offense very well.
Yeah. Well, remember, their coach thinks that winning is hard. And I can't stay off of this, the fact that he kisses his players every time he sees them. So that just...
Well,
It just weirds us out a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, it just... Is it wrong for us to think that's weird?
No.
No.
Everything they do is weird. They're Texas. Everything they do is weird. It starts with that ugly orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's they have Bevo. Bevo is like the ugliest mascot in history.
It's a cow. I mean, it's a cow.
The flies at the game get confused because they don't know whether to go to their cheerleaders or him.
There's a good one.
I feel bad for the flies. They're so confused.
And let's face it, Bevo is a food group, not a mascot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Well, God, down in Texas, they probably do eat horse because they're not all there. I don't know. But you don't see us eating our mascot.
Oh, no. But
Every one of them grills their mascot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They eat their own mascot. That's how bad Texas is.
It's weird.
It's
Not
weird.
gonna lie.
And plus, from what we have found out is, that apparently their mascot is like a Downers junkie. Right, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
They have to for him to just stand there, they have to pump him full of 700,000 cc's of Quaaludes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have plenty in their locker room. So.
Well, I mean, it's a big fat cow. It could just roll over and kill somebody.
They just put him on a leash, lead him into the locker room, and say next.
Yeah. It always cracks me up. They do have like 9 leashes on him, and he just lays there.
It's not like he's the buffalo from Colorado. I mean, that thing, he's running down the sidelines.
Yeah.
He could really put a hurt on somebody.
Have you ever seen Bebo try to get up?
He's just laying there. He's just laying there waiting on somebody to put him on a barbecue grill. I mean, just take a spatula.
Yeah. So,
A Bevo spatula.
the Bevo spatula. Hey, Rob, there's our $1 million. We need to make one.
Right?
A Bevo spatula. God dang it.
No.
Nobody listened to that idea.
No.
Nobody
Why would
listened.
you want to touch that?
Yeah.
No.
So you're making the trip down there, and of course you're not going to consume any adult beverages, correct? You're going to be a good girl.
Why? Have you met me? Oh, no, you haven't.
Well, no, I haven't, and you've been invited to every single event we've had. You're
No,
almost
you
as
don't-
you're almost as bad as Caleb. Okay, you know.
You don't understand. Well, you know
Call her
what?
Sasquatch.
I'm going. You've never seen us both in the same
I've
room.
never
You
seen
don't
them
know. But I'm going to argue that point because I personally have never heard Caleb's voice. At least you know I have a voice.
No.
Hey Siri. Oh, my phone just.
Rob's phone just answered him.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry, Siri.
Is that
yeah, so yeah, that's true. I mean, but you know, we're beginning to think maybe you don't like us a little bit. I don't know.
No, listen, you don't understand the drama. You hear my watches going off? I got bacon going. You see, if I didn't like you, I would have hung up a whole long time ago.
See, I would
Bacon off the
understand.
griddle.
I would understand you not coming to our tailgate if we were like 6 miles from the stadium, but I can literally throw a rock, and I can't throw that far, okay, and hit the stadium. So at some point you would have to walk past us.
Listen, that's not true. Where we park, it's the complete opposite.
Okay, there you go.
We park over there on Elm and Lindsay. We're the complete opposite.
Okay, well,
And I have drama with,
heaven forbid you take a block out of your way and come by and say hi.
again, I have drama with even getting there sometimes, and I don't want to say too much because I actually have my awesome, wonderful friends listening I'm going to show up one day, and you're going to be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, who are you? Who invited you? You know.
I'm just waiting for the Oklahoma 6-point beer to come in. Come on.
Hey,
I didn't want to bring the 3 points.
I had some this weekend.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I had some this weekend at the tailgate. See, so you missed out.
Well,
I had to spend.
trust me, I did not. Trust
You know, I had to spend a small fortune on it because there was no beer in all of Norman except at the liquor stores.
I know, because
So-
they're getting rid of it to get ready for the good stuff.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I want to, like on Black Fridays where people camp outside the stores for the big sales?
Yeah.
I really want to do that tonight. Be the first person to buy a bottle of wine at Walmart in Oklahoma.
or even 7-Eleven. There's
Well, we don't have 7-Elevens here.
well, see, 7-Eleven and Walmart here are just the same. I mean, there's a big giant tarp over everything that says, "Don't look behind this. We can't sell it yet." But there's another.
yeah.
You go to 7-Eleven, there's the same thing. There's a big black tarp.
Yeah,
They're like-
well, that's what they do on Black Fridays. You can go in the store, but they have all that crap all wrapped up in the whatever plastic it is, and right at like 4 a.m. or whatever, they cut it open. I want to be there. I think I want to go to QP. I'm going to go to QP and be the first person to buy a bottle of wine.
Yeah, but I think you have to do it they can't sell it before 4 a.m., isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first person. I'm going to be. That's going to be my call to my claim to fame. I knew one day I would be famous for something. God, it's going to be wine.
Well, so if you actually do that, we expect a tweet, okay? And you're standing there with a bottle of wine, in your nightgown and house shoes,
Oh, you mean I have to wear a nightgown? No. God, you just threw a whole nother wrench into that.
Yeah. So, Oklahoma's going to beat Texas, correct?
Hello? Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Wow, Terry.
Yes. Okay. How badly? Extremely?
Terry.
Mildly?
Good.
We're going to beat them. It's going to be a fun game. I hear there's like 50% chance of rain.
Yeah.
That's actually about 20 minutes ago that I was checking out the weather for that, actually. So,
Yeah.
But you know how that goes. It was supposed to pour the entire game last weekend, and it never did.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't think it really matters. It's
Oh, it
just-
doesn't. I've got my OU little poncho ready to go.
okay. Well,
So.
we got a whole bunch more people to call. So we're going to keep calling people. Thank you for
Good.
Horns
I got a whole
down,
bunch more
Lisa.
bacon to cook.
Because you either burnt the last batch because of us, right? Or, but
All right, guys. Boomer Sooner, horns down.
horns down, Lisa.
Way down.
Bye.
Bye.
You can always count on Lisa for.
You want to call Scotty?
Scotty? Yeah.
In L.A.?
Let me find his. I know I got his phone number. Let's see.
If not, I could read it over the air for you.
I'm sure he would love that. That would be hilarious. Oh, by the way, Scott, we just gave out your phone number. Let's see here. I'm in the T's. Go back. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I knew so many people whose name started with S. There we go. Okay, calling him. Okay, we got to keep talking. Remember, we can't.
All right. Yes. There.
We got to keep talking. We're not used to doing this. So,
Hello?
Scotty, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, this is Rob and Terry. Horns down. It's Texas
Horns
week.
down. Yes, sir. And you're on the podcast, so
Okay.
we're
Okay.
we're randomly calling people, and
You're not in the middle of pistol whipping anybody or anything, are you?
All right.
I'm going to take that as a yeah.
Well, look. I'm trying to get my car situated. I'm driving.
Ah,
Oh,
So-
okay.
well, we're just
you know,
calling you to
it's,
ask you why you hate Texas and orange.
Oh, what? They're a bunch of arrogant, obnoxious asses. That's the main. I know a lot of them. I know a lot of them here, but they're all baristas, and they all have. They all wear skinny jeans and have man buns.
Oh,
then
my God. But
And
have
then they
they
want to
been?
get on to start talking trash about football. It's kind of fun.
But have they been through anti-man training or whatever it is they're putting them through down there? I don't know.
Yeah, what is
But,
it?
I mean, there's like Austin has subscribed to California's School of Anti-Masculinity.
There you
Ah,
go. Masculinity
that's it.
classes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, masculinity's bad. It's a what do they call it? A mental disorder.
Right.
Mental disorder.
So
We're all crazy.
Well, I'm okay with that. then.
I'd rather be crazy than a Texas fan.
Oh, there you go. That's the best thing we've heard all day. The girl said the color. Oh, the color.
yeah, everybody starts off with the color. But yeah, we're just
Actually, I was going to work the other day, and there was this car beside me, and it kept staring at me funny. And I was like, "Hey, they're checking me out, right?" And it was a female, and she pulled away, and she kind of gave me the finger, and I was like, "Well, that's rude, but it's L.A. I mean, I guess you can maybe." And as she got about 2 car lengths ahead of me, I saw this Texas alumni license plate frame on her. So I'm assuming she saw my hat and my sticker on the back of the window, and she just decided to wave at me as she went by.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know if I can even ask you this because of your profession, but I'm going to anyway. And just tell me, shut up, Terry, if I can't. But what you need to do is, like, anytime you see anything UT related out there, Texas related, and you're on duty, just pull them over. Can you do that? Would that be wrong?
I bet I can find a reason.
Oh, well, we won't hold you to that. But
You've got to naturally assume that there's something wrong with them. So
that's reason enough right there,
That's
buddy.
it. There you go. Yeah, there's.
you started having a reasonable suspicion and moved straight into probable cause. So it's kind of like picking somebody out with a Raiders jersey and deciding whether or not you think they're guilty of something.
Because Raiders, they probably are guilty of something.
geez.
Raiders fans. So
I mean, half their stadium's parole officers, the others the parolee.
Are they split down the 50 like it's going to be this weekend?
it's like going to the OU Texas game. Like Rob said, one side of it's the parole officers, and the other half are the parolees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the only time where sitting on the 50 is not very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Yeah.
No. On OU Texas.
It didn't take long. I mean, they're already, posting their nonsense. I guess now they're back. I guess.
Again.
What's that? Who's that clown? Pollock from ESPN. He says they're back, so evidently they're back.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Take Colin Cowherd and Pollock to decide they're back, and evidently they're back. So.
Yeah, and Barstool Big 12 has them number 2 in their power rankings because they're so powerful. And
Well, we'll see.
Right.
We'll see. We beat them 63-14, then we're going to say, yeah, but we never went anywhere.
yeah.
We didn't have to come back because we're already here, baby.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just interested to hear, when we smash the crap out of them on Saturday, what the excuse is after that. It's not going to be how good we are. There'll be another excuse if something went wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom Herman didn't let them in their safe room before the game. Forgot to put them in the safe room, dang it.
Yeah, or he chewed them out too hard and they came out after halftime and just tried too hard to please him.
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody lets their kid go play for him, they ought to be put in a mental institution themselves. Guy is weird.
Well, I've already told my daughter you can go to school anywhere you want, but I would. You won't take a full ride from Texas. I don't care what it's for. I would rather pay out of my pocket for you to go to Harvard than take a full ride out of Texas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The orange isn't in our color wheel, so we just don't. We're not even considering it.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
All right, well, Scotty, we got to call a whole bunch more people. Like I said, we're just randomly calling people who gave us their phone number, so,
Yeah, you guys are like high school drunks right now.
Hey, don't tell.
Don't tell.
Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah. So, but we will talk to you later, all right?
All right, I'll be listening, Boomer.
All right, horns
Boomer.
down.
Horns down.
Horns down.
Okay.
Later.
So now we got Scotty done. Who you want to call next, Rob?
Man, I don't know who you got in there. So.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. Let me get to get back to my contacts because all you people who've been on the podcast or called me are now in my contacts. So that's scary within itself.
You know what? We should ask them for their best Texas joke. That's
a
always
good one. That's a good
I'm
one.
going to tell mine. You ready?
Yeah, hold on. I know who we need to call next.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go for it, Rob.
Go ahead and call him.
Okay.
All right.
It's we're calling Scott Ford because he comes by the tailgate every week.
All right. What's the difference between a Texas cheerleader and a catfish?
So, what?
One has whiskers and stinks, and the other one is a fish.
Good one, Rob.
That's my OSU joke, too. I'm not very creative. Sorry.
Okay. Scott Ford. Let's see if he's going to answer his phone. Seeing the people who don't answer their phone are missing out on an opportunity to be awesome.
Right? Because that's what we're offering right here.
Right.
It's
To be
just a
awesome.
piece of awesome.
You reached Scott?
No.
All right.
Okay. We reached Scott, but let's see. Let's call Chris Long. You want to call Chris?
Yep.
The Chris Long. Let me find him here. All right. Let's do. Oh, and I know who we'll do next, too. So, come. Really? Okay. That was awful quick call. We're calling Chris Long.
They have your number blocked.
Yeah. And he is, as everybody knows, the real C. Long.
Hi, you've reached Christopher Long. I'm not.
Nope. Okay, we got his voicemail. Let's call our good buddy Faux Mike Stoops.
All
Do
right.
that. Let's find him on Justin Minor. There he is. Let's see if where did I put him in here? Yep, there he is. So let's call Justin and see. Answer your phone.
So you want to go down to the Bevo Bash then on Friday?
I don't know. I think so.
I may get off early.
Yeah, I
I
think
may not go to work on Friday.
I think I could probably swing that.
We'll have some Bevo burgers.
Bevo burgers. Scream and holler.
Pick up a T-shirt.
Yeah.
If they got big boy sizes, which most of the time they don't.
Okay, let's see. Justin.
It's Justin Minor.
No.
That's a big no.
No, that's a big no. It's called Demo. You want to call it Demo?
Demo.
Let's see if Demo will answer. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, in hindsight, maybe we should have just planned this out a little bit.
No, this is better. Because now people are going to see it tomorrow, and they're going to see that we called them, and they're going to be like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I missed a call from those guys. I should unblock them.
Hello?
Demo.
Demo.
Yes.
This is Terry and Rob from the podcast. What are you doing?
Sitting here watching TV. What's up?
We are randomly calling people who've been on the podcast. So you're on the podcast right now. So we're just calling people and giving them an opportunity to tell everybody how bad Texas sucks, how much you hate them, what you think the Sooners are going to do to them, all that stuff. So we're just
all in like a minute's time frame.
Yeah,
Can you handle that?
You got the floor. We're not telling anybody we're calling. We're just calling people, just closing our eyes and putting it on the phone book.
What do you got?
What do you got for us?
Well, I'll tell you what. Then Saturday, after that Rooster kickoff, Tom Herman's going to be doing more than just kissing his players, letting them know he cares. He's going to have a lot of bruises and kiss. If Ellinger can remember his name after the game, which is, I don't know if he's going to have the chance to do that. Bookie's going to get his first pick six. Texas is going to go back to the garbage can that they, crawled themselves out of these first couple of weeks. And we're going to get right on back to life. We're going to be 6-0 and riding high, and Texas is going to go back to that dumpster fire. That's what I got.
Nice.
There it is. Very short and sweet. You're going to make it down there, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm leaving Friday.
Ah, cool.
All right.
Well, man, be safe. Thanks for taking the time out. And
Horns down.
Our new deal right now this week is horns down. So horns down, Derek.
I appreciate the phone call and the opportunity. Horns down, always.
All right.
Boomer Sooner and Texas suck.
There you go.
Sooner.
Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek.
All right.
See, we knew we could count on Derek to be. Oh, let's see who else. I'm going down.
They're going back to the dumpster fire.
Yeah, they're
that
going.
They were.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think here. Rob, we got so many people.
Go Blinken.
Blinken. That's a good idea. Let's see. Let's see if we can find.
Yeah, you guys be jealous. Terry's got Blinken in the phone book.
Blinken.
If the price is right, I'll give him your. I'll give you his number. Just joking, Blinken.
Let's see. Come on, Blinken, answer the phone.
He's like, no.
He's like, who are these people?
We should just call somebody at random, like
I know.
your mom. Let's call your mom, Terry. No? Okay.
Oh, we could. That would be funny.
30 minutes later.
Yeah. We'd be on the phone till in the morning. Okay.
Hi, this is Steven. I'm not.
Really? Okay, I want to send him a message. So
he's busy.
Yeah, probably is. I wonder if he'll get offended if I send him the same message I sent Sooner Lisa.
No, I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
Answer
like she was.
Your damn phone.
Listen, he's big.
Yeah, I know.
Although I might be more scared of Sooner Lisa. I don't know.
That might be, we might be right there. Let's see here. Going down through here. We got. I know somebody we can call Steve Bullard. Do you remember Steve?
Oh yeah,
he was hilarious.
He was good.
Let's go find Steve. There he is.
By the way, your Steelers are.
Shut up, Rob. I'm watching it. I don't need you to announce it.
I just wondered.
Hi, Steve Bullard.
Doggone, man.
You're kind of rubbing in the Cowboys. I don't even know they played today.
Yeah, well, see. Let's see.
But like I say, I think I'm a Browns fan now.
Bandwagon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is that bandwagon because Baker's there?
Yeah, it is.
I think a bandwagon is when they win.
It's
like if I would automatically just become a Patriots fan or an Eagles fan. No?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think he's wrong.
Okay, we're calling Andrew Southard right now. Yeah, you're a bandwagon fan because you
Sooner
wouldn't
football
be.
fans. I think he's wrong.
You wouldn't be one.
You don't get you don't become a bandwagon fan of a team that went 0-15.
Well, then why are you? Because somebody else is there, and that makes you a bandwagon.
No.
If they trade him tomorrow, or you're a Browns fan.
Probably not.
See, then you're a bandwagon fan.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't know if I disagree with it either. So at some point, I had to be a bandwagon fan for the team that I first started liking.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
I guess so.
So, I mean, you
Please
just
leave your message.
stereotype me into a bandwagon situation here, which everybody, I guess, is.
Yeah.
To some point.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where'd it go?
I mean, unless you're born with a Steelers tattoo on your arm, you were a bandwagon fan, I guess.
I say this is the problem with today. With phones, people know who's calling,
right? And they don't want to answer for you.
And they're like, who, or they don't know who it is, so they don't answer it. Let's see. Oh, we just tried to call Andrew Southard, and he just tried to call us back. So let's call Andrew back.
All right.
Nope, that wasn't him. Hold on, that was me calling him. See, I don't even know how to read my damn phone.
This is...
What I do know is it buzzed at me, so... Now, let's see. Since I sent Blinken a deal to answer your damn phone, let's see if he answers it. Yeah. He didn't respond back.
Yeah, he's not answering.
Let's just try.
No, I'm not doing it. Uh-oh. Oh.
Let's see. Is he going to answer?
You better look down the list. He would have already picked up.
Probably. Okay. Let's go down a little bit further here. There was somebody I had pulled up a while ago, and I forgot who it was. Let's see.
Hey, we could call my cousin who lives in Graham, Texas. He's not really a football fan, but we could make fun of him for a little while.
Okay, I don't know that calling and making fun of.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's a Texas guy. Like, I never hear from him unless they beat us.
Yeah.
And then, I'll hear from him.
Oh, let's see. Who else could we call? I'm going to try Brett. But some of these folks, I have a couple of phone numbers for them, so I don't know which one I'm supposed to call. So, because I know, like, there's some of them that have a phone on their, through their computer. So, oh my God, I can't. They have a phone line in their computer and on their cell phone. So, let's try. I'm going to try Brett and see if we get Brett. Formerly known as the Angry Sooner, formerly and currently a Boomer Boys podcaster. Okay. Not answering, apparently. Nope. Okay. Well, let's let the word get out before we start calling everybody again. What did we get a hold of? We got a hold of Scotty. We got a hold of about 4 or 5 people. Right?
Yeah, Lisa and Tara.
We have a whole lot more that we could call.
Jim.
But I'm afraid we just keep getting, So we're going to put it out there. I know that Jim will put it out and folks will. So tomorrow night, answer your phones, especially when, you get a phone number from us. So, or a phone call from us. So we're going to do this every night that we record this week, and we record on Mondays and Wednesdays. And so be on the lookout for phone calls. And we're just wanting to get your take on how much you hate Texas and so on and so forth. And now I got to get to watching my Steelers, turn this thing around and win a ball game.
Yeah, they gotta come back here.
Yeah. So, Rob, Any other thoughts of the upcoming game?
I think it's going to be a really great game, and I think the Sooners are going to win.
Well,
well, what do you do first? Well, first I start tackling the quarterback, and unless he gets the ball to the running back, and then I start tackling
him as hard as I can. So I don't know what. Like we said, it's the OU game, Texas game. You throw everything out, but I don't know. I just have a feeling about this one this year. I don't know. I'm going to try to wipe that feeling away because I don't like those feelings. They're
it's
never
a bad
good.
Feeling or a good feeling?
No, I have a really good feeling.
Oh, okay.
But
you don't like good feelings?
Well, I like good feelings, but not when it comes to... I mean,
you are married.
Yeah.
I'm glad she doesn't listen.
Yeah, but not until, not on football game, because when you start having those good feelings about a game, you're like, oh, man, am I, I'm trying to hold back. All I know is that Texas sucks. They always will suck. And that's all, I'm worried about this week. I love this week because there's only 2 weeks out of the year that I talk smack. And that is OU Texas and Bedlam week. Now, all the rest of the time, I we are what we are, but I can't stand Texas. I can't stand Oklahoma State. I can't stand Texas more. So this is like my favorite time of year.
Let's go down to the Boomer Bash on Friday.
Okay.
Have us some Bevo burgers.
Have us some Bevo burgers. And maybe we can hand out stickers and stuff like that.
We got stickers to hand out?
Well, apparently we need to because everybody wants it. That's who we can call. I think he's... let's try Holzhammer real quick. We're gonna try one more. He may not. I know he was going up to.
Wait. We got stickers.
He wants one. Everybody keeps going. Oh, were these stickers or little cards at the tailgate? Yeah. Man, if these are stickers, I put them on my car. I'm like, damn it, I need to get us stickers.
Oh, stickers.
Yeah.
No.
Hello.
Holzhammer.
What's up, man?
Hey, it's Terry and Rob, and you're on the podcast.
Horns down, brother.
Horns down.
What's horns down?
Yeah, instead of boomer, it's horns down. It's Texas week, man. And
it absolutely is Texas week.
Tell us why you hate Texas.
Yeah, we're randomly calling people who've been on the podcast and people like yourselves who've given us your phone number for some reason. And this is the punishment you get for it. Is that you might get a call on us. Just so.
Well, I'm in Stillwater eating dinner with my cousin, so I'm going to make it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. Texas fans are the worst fans on the face of this earth. I had a fight with one on Twitter today, and if we lose, I'm going to build a bunker and never come out.
Well, you're not going to have to build a bunker. You understand that, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah, they are. I looked at part of that, and it's not just you, man. It seems like everybody's fighting with one of them, and I'm glad there's folks like you and Angry and other people who have the stamina and the get up and go to argue with them and make them look as dumb as y'all make them look. I just don't have the patience to do that because I would end up, finding a skip tracer to find them, and I'd have to drive to their house.
Yeah, it's honestly, I've tried to steer away from arguing with people on Twitter, but when they're that dumb, you kind of just gotta keep it going. You gotta put the extra effort in.
Yeah, that was a nice banter back and forth, by the way.
Yeah, it was a good one. So anyway, sorry to bother you, but thank
you for calling, and I wanted to let you know that I'll probably be at your house this weekend because I don't think I'll be at the game.
Sweet. So yeah, because we're doing a big Billy Bash, Chili Bash, and then we're watching the fight on Saturday night too, McGregor fight, which will make for a great day. How much better can it get than that? Kicking Texas' ass and then watching McGregor kick somebody's ass.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great day.
We better get a KO in the first half in the Oklahoma game and then a KO in the first round.
All right. Hey, Holzhammer, appreciate it. Horns down, man.
Nope. Horns down. See you guys later.
Horns down, brother.
See ya.
Bye.
Now, that's the way to end it with Holzhammer, right?
Right.
I love talking to him.
He's a great kid.
Yeah. I love him coming around. He comes to the tailgate every time he's in town.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. And looking forward to him being here on Saturday. And you'll be here on Saturday. We're going to try to keep the crowd to a minimum for you, Rob.
All right, because that is my psychosis there, right? Yep, I admit it.
So, and there's also, since you bring that up, there's a show, I guess, fixing to come out on like Netflix or something like that. It's called Plane Disasters. One show I won't be watching. because there's a reason I don't fly, and it's because of that fear. But anyway, any final thoughts on Texas?
It's Texas week. There's 1 week a year that we get to just hate on them out, publicly. I mean, we probably do it all year long, which I know I do. But so you only get one a year, so let's make it a good one.
Yep. This is it. Favorite time of the year. So remember, whatever you're listening to the podcast on, hit your subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. All that stuff. We'll see you guys around on social media. And
we'll get you on and talk some Sooner football.
Yeah, we'll get you on. Pay attention to your phones this week. Your evening calls from a random number may be your chance to be on the podcast. Not Boomer Rob. It's Orange Down Rob.
Orange Down Terry.
Thanks for listening to the Sooner Football Fans Podcast. Hit the subscribe button right now on whatever app you're listening to download every episode as they come out. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook and on YouTube. Boomer Sooner.